suspend. Hey y'all, quick update. I meant to say this in this video where I was talking about the call I got from the ATF today and the letter that turned out to be a hoax from the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Okay, a number of you have correctly noted that you can't just willy-nilly suspend any amendment, but the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. However, I need to clarify something for you. In order to alter or to repeal or to add a new amendment to the Constitution, it takes the act of Congress, right? Congress and then 2/3 of the states to approve it or ratify it. However, when you call an insurrection or declare martial law because of an insurrection, I've covered this on my page, you can suspend constitutional rights. This is why I shared it. Otherwise, it would have just been, a regular hoax. But this is the MO of authoritarians. They telegraph. They do floating balloons, right? Things they test drive. And so this concept we've already factored in. We understand this. That this is how, as I explained, how you would come for the guns or how you would suppress resistance. So if you want to, you can go look at my videos. They're in a playlist about insurrection, martial law, and everything that would happen in it. But your constitutional rights are suspended during that. And you become subject to, the military, because the military would be in control then. And then we would take their tribunal law and suspend our constitutional rights. So in that particular case, the Second Amendment and somebody showing up at your door, taking your guns, is possible. And they already know who we all are.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach 100% truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and to the elect, Brother Ra'aya. Back with another video. And y'all, so they are about to start taking your firearms. Alright? Because Esau don't want y'all to have no protection when he comes down with this great wrath, right? Because we already know that, he's about to do something to initiate a civil, uprising, a civil war. And he's already been sending out, look, he kind of played it like it was a prank or something, like on this lady, this Jake lady right here that's speaking. And they basically sent her a letter saying that Homeland Security, like that I.C.E. was going to pull up to her home, and if she got more than one firearm, or if she got firearms that have something, I believe she said if she has more than one firearm, and if she has more than one clip or something like that to the firearm, that to show it to the Homeland Security officers, or show it to the I.C.E. officers and stuff, so that they don't basically delete her and stuff like that, but they're gonna come and they're gonna raid her house for their weapons and stuff, because they about to start taking away the weapons from people. And basically I will have to show you her first video of what she said, but let me see, I might be able to go to it. Here we go.
Okay, check this out. You cannot make this up. Apparently I missed a memo from the Department of Homeland Security, but I got a call from the ATF this morning. If you know, ATF is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. So I went out to get the letter that apparently I missed. Here it is. This is what it's talking about. It's Notice of Enhanced Protection Policies for Homeland Security Agents. And it goes on. Here's the first sentence. Constitutional rights are a privilege for American citizens, not a guarantee. That first sentence let me know they were on some bullshit. The United States government is committed to the protection of brave government agents who safeguard our borders from the tyranny of foreign invaders. But recently, these agents have been or have found themselves under assault from hostile internal adversaries. Oh, really? What's that got to do with me? It goes on to say, in order to better safeguard the Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, ICE, during upcoming deployment actions, the United States government is instituting a temporary suspension of rights granted by the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. At this point, I'm laughing, literally laughing. It goes on to say, you and all associated employees are hereby required to implement the following policies. Oh, so we're being targeted now, huh? Should an ICE officer report to your premises, my premises, you must immediately provide a full inventory and record of any and all firearms located on site, along with the log of any personnel with access to firearms. Failure to comply can subject you to criminal prosecution. Listen, we have to keep logs, yes. We have to keep inventory, yes, but not for ICE. It goes on to say, should you or any individuals located on your premises carry any firearms on their person upon arrival of one or more ICE officers, said individuals must immediately declare said firearms and peacefully surrender them to the agents. Failure to do so in a timely manner will be interpreted as a deliberate act of domestic terrorism, which may result in both prosecution and aggressive response by government officers.
Now look, y'all. Now they telling us, look, at first she thought this was a hoax, right? Because she talked to some other people and they said like, yeah, it's just a hoax that's going on and all that. But in this new video that I showed you in the beginning, she's basically saying like, no, this isn't a hoax. This is something that they do just to put your feet in the water so you'll be prepared for what they are about to do and stuff. So they are about to come and take you all's weapons and all that. So we know when that happens, it might end up in war based on that. Them trying to come and take people's weapons, it's gonna end up that way. But yeah, y'all go and check her out. This is Auntie Dar on TikTok. Go and check her out. She got a lot of good information. And with that, I'm gonna give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all. On to the next.
The fuck you mean? So this letter is signed by Christy Nome. Moving on, the call I got this morning was from the ATF, notifying me that this was a hoax. So they called it a scam alert. I know you can't see that, but apparently we're being targeted because I guess they want us to think that they've suspended the Second Amendment. And so even though it's a hoax, it is, in my opinion, telegraphing what's on the minds of authoritarians. You know how they shift on their feet when they're standing behind Donald Trump as he speaks or off to the side because they have no idea what he's going to say because he shares or tends to share things that they've discussed because he wants to brag about what he knows, what he has access to, the power that he has. So they don't like to tell him stuff. They like to tell him the bare minimum. Even though this is a hoax, when you want to quell a resistance, you go after the guns. You prevent the manufacturers from selling anymore, and since they can't sell them directly, you go to the FFLs. Now, they already have the data on who has them, right? Because we have to supply that stuff. And everybody that that buys a gun at a gun show or from a dealer, you have to, in many cases, do a background screen.